Greetings. For Group 13, we'll be demonstrating Google Translate with 12 different test cases. So this first test case, what it is doing is it's copying the text to clipboard using the in application copy to clipboard button, and then it's pasting that into a text area to ensure proof that it was in fact copied into the clipboard and then verifying. Secondly, we're going to type a translation into English and see that the translation successfully made its way into Spanish, and that you can take something from an input and move it to an output. Thirdly, we're going to target the language of Russian and then verify that we are able to, in fact, change the language that we're interacting with. And here we're going to do something similar to our first test or our second test from English to Spanish, and do that similar translation from English to Russian and then verify the text there. Then we've already tested that you're able to change the target language. Now we're going to test that you can change the origin language. In this situation, we're doing that to French, and we're doing it on the Google Translate Lite version, which is done within the browser. Here we're able to open up the history and verify that the menu is open. And then we're going to use a similar format to open the history menu and close it, and then again ensure that it's actually closed. Next, we're going to clear the history. This is one of the longer tests that we have, and that involves adding inputs into the history to ensure that there is something in there, and then clearing it. So this could be done no matter how many inputs you have. So you can see it cleared that history there, and then it verifies. Next, we're going to create something, meaning that we're going to do a translation, and then we're going to see that translation put into the history, and then we're going to select that. So what we have to do is we're actually putting two different inputs to see it through that we're able to select. And here we're going to save a translation, which involves selecting the star in the upper right-hand corner of the output window. So you can see that's selected there. And then it shows in the saved menu. And then here we're going to reuse a saved translation. So we're going to do similar to what we had done previously, add an input, update the input to be something different, and then once again, select the input that we're hoping to use. So here, interesting, we have a error. So we're just going to go ahead and run that test again and see. We haven't experienced too many errors in the past. And then at the end, we'll take a look at why that may have been. Oftentimes it's something to do with performance, or that I'm recording on Zoom, so my internet connection may have changed. So that one went through, that one was successful there. And then here we're going to clear all the same translations on the next one and have to start that one. So I'm opening up Google Translate once more. We're going to save multiple things to the save history, and then we're actually going to go and clear. And once again, that's interesting. We had a fail. Tested this before. I think something to do with the performance of Zoom once again. There you go. And you can see it presses the delete button and insert that element is present. I will be going back and running the test again off camera to see if there's any more errors that perform, but that's not something that we ran into in our testing. So it must be something to do with the performance with Zoom. Thank you so much for watching. That's Google Translate, all 12 test cases demonstration.